So both bolts came outside, and now we can remove this timing chain. Okay, and this is the sprocket. Now we have to remove this head and block, but before that we have to loose this is spark plug. So now we are free to open this head and open this head in crisscross pattern. Okay, so this head came outside. You can see the condition of head here. There is lot of carbon deposit, valve is damaged, everything. Okay, that's why we are opening this engine to correct everything. Okay, and this is our block. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah. And don't let any dust particle, anything to enter inside the engine. Okay. Okay, so this block also came outside, and you can see the amount of carbon deposit, everything here. And we have to remove this piston also. So for that we can use a nose plier. Yeah, it went somewhere. So this is the risky thing. Do it carefully. Okay, don't let it to go inside the engine. And now remove this gudgeon pin. Yeah, so this piston also came outside. So you can see the condition of this piston. So it is very important that you should see the condition of piston here. So you can see lot of scratches here, and it is worn out. Okay, and you can see one another thing, that these oil rings are completely clogged, and that's why it is important to do engine oil flushing sometime. Okay, you can see this oil rings are completely clogged. Okay, and you can see the condition here. So there is lot of carbon deposit here. Yeah, so this oil ring is not coming outside easily. Okay, and you can see the amount of carbon deposit, and because it is clogged, that's why there is no proper oil spreading on the bore and piston, and that's why you can have the damaged, worn out bore piston. Okay, you can see the amount of carbon deposit on these rings. So now it is very important to check the condition of crankshaft. So here is the connecting rod of crankshaft, and you have to just see whether there is lot of play in this connecting rod. If there is lot of play in this connecting rod, or if you will hear any sound here, okay, then you have to open the whole engine and you have to do the whole engine work. But here if you'll see, there's not that much play in this connecting rod. It is as good as new even after 70,000 kilometer. So we don't have to open this crankshaft, and by doing the half engine work, that is by changing the bore piston, we can make this engine as good as new. So here we are doing only the half engine work. If it is damaged, there is no proper circulation of oil in the crankshaft, then we have to replace the whole assembly, crankshaft assembly. But now it is in good condition and it is good for another 1 lakh kilometer. So we have to just keep it like that, and we have to remove this timing chain assembly. So for removing this timing chain, we have to open the belt side also, and then only we can remove the timing chain. Otherwise you will not able to remove this timing chain. So now we have to focus on the uh, belt side, okay. And before going to belt side, you have to clean it everything and we'll cover it, okay. Don't let any impurities to go inside the engine, okay, because here we are not removing the whole engine. So we have to keep everything neat and clean, and we'll cover it with one plastic, okay, or any cloth. So now we will concentrate on the belt side. Let me turn this engine this side. So first I am removing this variator assembly, and here I am using a 22 socket, okay. And if you don't have a wrench like this, okay, this is electrical wrench, directly you can open it, impact driver. So for opening these types of boards, it is very useful and helpful, and it comes very cheap, like 2,500, 3,000. And if you don't have this type of tool, then you have to hold this one. There is one special type of holder which you can use for hold this one, and then you can use it, that handle and socket, to open this nut. But here I am having impact driver, so I can easily open it, okay. You can see it is very simple here. Yes, see, this one came outside, okay. And one washer, plain washer. This is for kick, okay. This fan, okay. And you have to keep everything safely. Then this face is still in good condition, no problem, okay. After that, this belt, yeah, and after that this complete variator assembly will come outside. You can see some, yeah, take it outside. You can see how it is coming outside, okay. And you have to check its face, then rollers, everything you have to check. So yeah, this one came outside. This, yeah. So what is the condition here? You can check here, okay. So rollers, how to check rollers, I will show you after some time, okay. But rollers are looking pretty decent, and these rollers are very costly, so you have to be slightly careful. Okay, so I'm keeping these things side and we'll check it one by one. Okay, before assembling it. Okay, now this drum we have to open. Okay, so here I am using a 19 mm socket. Here I am using a 19 mm socket, and this is the beauty of impact driver. No need to hold anything, just simply you can open it like this. Yeah, it is as simple as this. It will save your time. So this is the drum. Okay, so this drum came outside, and drum is in good condition, and this brake shoes are in last condition, so we have to open the whole assembly. So how to open this assembly? So this is a big nut, you can see this is the big nut, and it is a special nut, so it is a good idea that we can open it here itself. And for this I will use a special socket. You can see the size of this socket, and it will work on most of the Activa. Okay, so here I am using this socket, and you have to be careful while opening this one because it is a spring loaded. Okay, so you have to hold it like this. Okay, yeah, hold it like this. Yeah, be careful. Okay, like this. This is spring loaded, and this whole assembly came outside, and there's some problem. One spring is damaged here. You can see this is the problem. One spring is damaged here, you can see here. So yeah, others are in good condition. Yes, so we'll see everything. Okay, and don't miss anything. So these are the components, and this is the belt and pulley. Everything came outside. There are a lot of parts, so we have to clean this whole area nicely. And one thing, that before opening this, it is very important to clean this whole area, otherwise dust and everything will go inside. Okay, so first let me clean this area, then we'll open this timing chain and everything.